Okay, so the sell down is getting slightly more accentuated now. We are almost 50 points off on the Nifty. So the buying that we were beginning to see, that's been sold into again. So the second wave of selling, Anuj. Yeah. And now it looks like we'll close at the lows of the day.
Yeah, but it doesn't change the texture of the market. It's a market which is a bit heavy, of course. So it's seeing some profit taking. Tomorrow is the expiry. In fact, the low becomes the reference point. Today's low will be very strong support or very strong stop loss, whatever you want to call it. The bank Nifty is also falling a bit, which is quite interesting. I think the interesting stock today for me has been HDFC Bank. That's the one which has corrected a bit from its highest point. But Surabhi, the month-to-date performance. Just look at what this market has done this month. The Nifty is up, 5% I think this month, if I'm not wrong, 6%. The Nifty is up 6% this month.
Yeah.
The Midcap index is up 7%. So that's the kind of gains that you hardly see in a month. To see those kind of gains. The only problem is that again the junior and mid caps, they are sort of underperforming. Junior in particular up about 4% this month. But look at the 1 month move on Bank Nifty.
Oh, absolutely, it's been really banks out.
So after 11% move to fall from the day's high by about 0.5%, I think should be allowed.
Okay. Well, we can't ask Prashant about the one bank stock that's really taking the cake today. That's Yes Bank, actually. It's a big mover. But other than this, I mean, given this dramatic move in financials, Prashant, what is your pecking order? I mean, incrementally, if you have to put fresh money, where would it go?
You're right. The valuations of most of the bank Nifty itself has run up enough. If you have to look at it, you look at a couple of segments which have managed to raise money in the NBFC space at yields which were practically equivalent to what they have managed to do earlier on. Your large ones, both Bajaj Finance, you have Canfin Homes in that space, which is largely retail again, and HDFC, which is the three that in the NBFC pack that we have been recommending for some time. Apart from that, you will wait for the corrections to happen in an Axis, ICICI, so that you can pick up a position. Because these are all long-term stories. In the next 2 years, they'll give us value which, because of the erosion in the corporate base that has happened, because of write-offs that have happened, all that will come back in the future as and when resolutions happen. And that is slowly happening. So you will wait for some correction in the large private bank corporate names that are there for you to end up making inroads.
Okay, 4 minutes left for markets to close. Ashwani, while your BTST call was IndusInd Bank, I wanted your thoughts on what next for the stock, because it's rallied. It's been the top, the big stock of this month, but still some distance between the current price and its all-time high, while most of the other large cap private banks are already there. You reckon it could make a move towards that?
See, it could make a move much beyond all-time high, because please recall that just yesterday it has crossed its 200-day moving average. So the entire big correction, 2-year correction, is now over, both in Yes Bank and in IndusInd Bank. And the odds of these guys making fresh highs are probably much greater than the other stocks. So my sense is that both of these stocks have officially bottomed out, today and yesterday.
Okay, that's fair enough. By the way, look at Maruthi once again closing at the lowest point of the day, and that's been the problem point for market. Just look at that. It started in the morning. It looked like there was some buying which was happening, but after that, it's just one way down. Mitesh, your thoughts on the stock within 3% of 52-week low?
Yeah, I think we've discussed that, eventually it will break those levels of 6,500 and head towards 6,000 odd zones. So I think that movement is already on. And I think unless today's high is being captured and crossed again, I think I would still maintain a negative bias there.
In fact, Hero MotoCorp has just hit a fresh 52-week low. So if you see the stocks which are at 52-week low or close to 52-week low, there are only 3 stocks. Hero MotoCorp, Maruthi, and M&M, though M&M is still about 7% off, but autos clearly is a pocket which has underperformed. Ashwani, your thoughts on Maruthi? It's been just one-way downward move.
Well, the day the first time those results had come, I had a target of 5,000. I believe slowly it will get there.
Okay. 6,500. There is no let up and no end in sight with respect to the pain on the stock, at least as of now. 2 minutes to go. So let's start closing this out. So Anuj, I guess profit taking, and we should just take it as that and leave it at that for today?
For now, I think just one day you'll have to say that. Let's see how things move tomorrow. We're still closing in the green for the Bank Nifty, up about 134 points. But the Nifty, clearly, there was some selling pressure. The big pressure point for market today was Reliance. That was one stock which, after hitting or almost hitting life highs, actually slipped a bit in trade today. The all-time high has been 1388. Today's high was 1378. So from the high point, there's a bit of a slip which happened in Reliance. That dragged the market. HDFC Limited was the other one where you had the contribution on the way down. And these are two names which explain the dichotomy between Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Both HDFC Limited and Reliance. They're part of the Nifty and large part of the Nifty, but not part of Bank Nifty, of course. So that's why you had this dichotomy. Other than that, you had Maruthi, which was down a bit. NTPC was down, some profit taking over there. HPCL, some profit taking. And stocks like Mahindra and Mahindra was down. What was up? Well, Yes Bank and IndusInd Bank. Yes Bank up 6%, IndusInd Bank up 5.5%. Phenomenal on both these names. I guess perhaps it's the way of market saying that, okay, which are the two stocks which are still away from their highs? Let's go out and buy them. That perhaps explains the move that you had in both these names. And of course, India Bulls Housing was the other one, up 3%.
Well, on the mid-cap screen, you've got green for what it's worth. So there's some outperformance by mid-caps today. If I talk about what worked, ICICI Pru, obviously, with that OFS out of the way, 8.5% up on that stock. Big move coming through. Then you had gains on something like JM Financial, then a couple of PSU banking stocks like OBC did well today, 5% up on OBC. Sugar is still a sector that's finding takers in this market. So check out what happened to Adhampur, Praj Industries, or Triveni Engineering for that matter. Lots of the sugar-related plays in the market were still looking sweet. IDFC, L&T Finance Holdings, First Source, Strides Pharma, V-Guard. These are some of the other stocks where there was buying. V-Guard actually did pretty well for itself, almost the day's high on that stock. That's how it's closed out. NIIT, Voltas, these are some of the other names on the upside. However, having said this, of course, there were some losers. Jubilant Life with their US FDA woes. Again, a bad day for the stock, down about 5% here. Vodafone Idea has lost 1%. There's been profit taking on Prestige Estates. Dabur had a rough day today, 3.5% gone from Dabur. And then you had some profit taking on DLF as well. These are the weak hands in today's mid-cap action. Let's take it back to our guests and then get some closing thoughts. Prashant, your take on some of the FMCG stocks today. We even had Mr. Dugal of Dabur saying that, one should be really happy with just single-digit growth going into the next year. How would you look at some of the FMCG names, and are you a buyer?
Actually, there are two stocks that have actually come into our radar as far as the mid-cap space is concerned. Both for varied reasons. One is Pidilite, which has come in. The research desk clearly feels that they have managed to pass on a lot of the price increases to the clients out. They have passed on practically 5% increase in their overall prices. And they are among the largest players in that market out, and they are going to be growing at a CAGR of approximately 22% over the next 2 years, which gives us ample room. Even though it is heavily priced, it gives us ample room to end us making money. The second stock in the same space is Varun Beverages. Thanks to it has already run up quite a bit, but it has managed to end up getting in capacity, which is going to allow it to grow without having to put in money for fresh capacity. It has practically 80-85% market share as far as the overall PepsiCo market is concerned in India. Both of these stocks in this space are geared up to end up giving returns which should be substantial over the next couple of years.
All right. Okay. So those are some ideas that one can perhaps keep in mind as well. Ashwini, take on the day, considering today we've closed at the lows, and advice for tomorrow?
See, we are in some sort of a 2-day range, 11,340 to about 11,550. this range could remain for a bit because the averages must catch up. But overall, I don't think anything has broken down. And tomorrow you will get your buying opportunity in case we gap down for some reason to about 11,340, 350. So markets now moving from trending to a bit sideways, and that should be there for the next 4 or 5 sessions.
Okay, fair enough. Same question to you, Mitesh. How would you approach tomorrow, considering today was a bit of a reversal?
See, I think, with 3 occasions in the last about 8-9 sessions that the market has failed at 11,540, 530, give and take 10 points. I think that becomes the immediate resistance level on the upside, and I've maintained that 11,350, 330 is a good support zone. So I think we would still look to buy in if we get a level close to about 11,350, 340 in the next 1-2 sessions. And I think this consolidation might last for about 4 or 5 days. We still have seen a lot of intraday indicators remaining flat. So I think eventually post that there could be an upside breakout, because my belief is that we're still in an uptrend.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, we'll wrap it up on that note then. Thank you very much for being with us today, taking us through the market close. Weekday. Final tally on the screen is 11,445, a 38-point drop on the Nifty. The Sensex down about exactly 100 points after the adjustment. Midcap index doing better today.